Vimalananda was very interested in history, and he was very interested in the Emperor Akbar because he was convinced that Akbar was the reincarnation of Prithvirajchauhan, and that Prithvirajchauhan, who had been meant to be the emperor of India, was unable to do so because of some pre-existing karmas, and then became the emperor afterwards, but in a different sharir, in a different body. And so there was a definite affinity that he had with Akbar, and he often did hazri, meaning he often allowed, or he invited Akbar into his body, and then he would speak. He would allow Akbar to speak through his body.
You witnessed this?
Many times. Yes, many times. And of course, on the one hand, it's impossible to know whether, because Akbar lived 400 years ago, it's hard to know whether it was actually Akbar or something. But having had other experiences of Vimalananda in other contexts, and having this, he did Hazri, Avesh, of many different things, and each of those personalities was strikingly different, and in the case of each of those personalities was very consistent. If this was being put on, it would be much more difficult to be so consistent, but this was extremely consistent, always the same kind of, not just what he said and so on, but at a more subtle level, the quality that one would sense of that presence. It's sort of like, being able to sense qualities of rose attar or whatever kind of attar. So qualities of personalities as they come in, and that personality definitely was always consistent and always suggested that in fact that personality was the personality of Akbar.